Indian defence sources say Indian and Chinese troops have been injured in fierce hand-to-hand fighting along their disputed border.
Nuclear powers facing off in a remote corner of the Himalayas.
India has deployed 50,000 troops to its border with China.
Tension in the Himalayas on the disputed border between India and China.
These clashes that we've heard reports about for years along the border between the world's two most populous nations that both happen to have nuclear weapons.
As you saw from the intro in this video, we will talk about war between China and India in 1962. China and India, two of Asia's largest and most influential nations, have long been rivals competing for regional dominance. The roots of their rivalry trace back to the 1962 war over Aksi Chin, a high-altitude region claimed by both countries. Before this conflict, relations between China and India were largely amicable. In the early 1950s, unlike Pakistan, which aligned with US-led alliances like SEATO and CENTO, India pursued a policy of non-alignment. Viewing this as an opportunity, China sought closer ties with India. This effort culminated in the signing of the Panchsheel Agreement in 1954, also known as the Five Principles of Peaceful Coexistence. This agreement established a framework for mutual trust and cooperation, marking what is often referred to as the Golden Age of India-China relations during the 1950s. However, this period of friendship was short-lived, as China recovered from its internal civil war and rebuilt its military strength. It began asserting its influence in the region. In 1951, the People's Liberation Army, PLA, entered Tibet's capital, Lhasa, and the 17-Point Agreement formalized Tibet's incorporation into China. India, which had historical and cultural ties to Tibet, grew uneasy but was preoccupied with its own territorial conflict with Pakistan over Kashmir. By signing the Panchsheel Agreement, India effectively recognized Tibet as part of China. Tensions escalated in 1959 when a failed uprising in Tibet led the Dalai Lama, Tibet's spiritual and political leader, to flee to India. India's decision to grant him asylum was perceived by China as indirect support for Tibetan resistance, straining the once friendly relations between the two countries. Soon, China began claiming several Indian territories, including Aksi Chin, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh, referred to by China as South Tibet. Among these, Aksi Chin was of particular strategic importance to China, serving as a logistical link between Tibet and Xinjiang. Between 1951 and 1957, China constructed a road, G219, through Aksi Chin, solidifying its control over the region. This led to rising tensions, and by the early 1960s, the situation boiled over into armed conflict. Although Chinese leaders, particularly Zhou Enlai, made efforts to prevent the escalation of conflict, including a visit to Delhi in 1960, negotiations between India and China ultimately failed. Zhou Enlai remarked, "We don't want a war with India, but Nehru has closed all roads. This leaves us only with war." By 1962, border clashes between the two states had already begun. On October 20, 1962, Chinese forces launched an invasion along the Aksi Chin border. Within days, the PLA advanced deep into Indian territory, securing the entire Aksi Chin region, an area spanning approximately 38,000 square kilometers, or 20% of Kashmir. The war drastically altered the geopolitical dynamics of South Asia. Relations between China and India worsened sharply. Pakistan, previously aligned with the United States, began shifting toward China, seeing an opportunity for strategic partnership. In 1962, the two countries formalized their alliance with a communique, and in 1963, Pakistan signed a border agreement with China. This agreement ceded the Shaksgam Valley, a 5,200 square kilometer area in Kashmir, to China, signaling Pakistan's commitment to the partnership. In return, China supported Pakistan in its ongoing dispute with India over Kashmir and provided military assistance. This alliance marked the beginning of the China-Pakistan all-weather friendship, a relationship that remains pivotal to the region's geopolitics. The 1962 Sino-Indian War not only reshaped relations between China and India but also established strategic alignments that continue to influence South Asia's political landscape today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like our video and to subscribe to our channel.